that it?
Dennis, based off of what you see from James Hurst, how optimistic do you feel about his chances this weekend?
Yeah, he'll be up and available.
Does that change the starting five on the line initially, or?
We'll have 5 guys out there, I promise.
I'm sure we're about to see the injury report, but what was Kendry Miller dealing with?
Illness, kind of the same thing that everybody's kind of dealt with a little bit.
Different person every day now? Is that...
Yeah.
Have you ever dealt with anything quite like that?
Yeah, we dealt with COVID. Huh? I think we had like 20 guys out in the Miami game. So yeah, we've dealt with that before.
You mentioned going out to practice once, because players have mentioned they like the break that it gives them to be out there. It's obviously done it twice now. I mean, what are the benefits you're seeing from
Well, look, I mean, just getting outside, getting a little fresh air, getting off the turf a little bit. I think give our guys a little bit of a chance to get their bodies back a little bit. So, yeah, it's been good.
Weird seeing Matt Ryan on your sidelines.
Yeah. I made sure we had security close by.
Did you keep Cam Jordan away from him?
It was hard to do, but yeah.
Did you consider making Cam part of the security?
No, Cam's got enough to worry about.
After kind of self-scouting or for the slow starts, what do you kind of pinpoint, or do you feel like you have a better grasp of kind of the start of the games now, like going through the
Yeah, look, I mean, we'll find out, right? And there's really no secret recipe. It's really about guys just being locked into all the details. And look, we're going to have to be able to adjust to some unscouted looks. That's typically what happens early on in games. And so you got to be able to use your rules and be able to apply your rules.
How do you prepare for the unknown in that sense, when those first 15 or so are going to be off script from their usual style?
Yeah, look, I mean, you just try to get your guys prepared for, maybe some unique formations, motions, all that kind of good stuff. But we don't have a contract with them, so they can do whatever they want to do. So we just got to be able to adjust.
How do you try to plan for a player like Montez Sweat, who's obviously a big impact player, and that you have no idea exactly how to?
Well, look, I mean, I don't foresee a huge shift in what they do schematically. So, obviously we're preparing for the scheme, and we understand the challenges of that player. And he's been a good player, in Washington. He's affected the quarterback, and been a disruptive force for Washington. So, look, we're going to see him play, at the end position, and they'll kind of do what they do, I would imagine.
Dennis, you said after the game that was a win that the team needed, all of you. Does that translate to during the week? Do you see something different? Is there a different feel to sort of the whole group, this week coming off?
Yeah, look, I mean, obviously you gain a little bit of confidence of being able to play that way and win a game like that. But yet each and every week is a different week. So, our focus has been on getting prepared for the Chicago Bears, what they do offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game. Make sure we're on point with the details, and that's really what this game is about. This game's really about executing at a high level, in all 3 phases. And look, to be able to do that, you have to have a great week of preparation.
Dennis, obviously you've been around Taysom for a long time, but you step into that head coach role and you're kind of envisioning how to use it. When you have a guy who can do so many things well, how do you make sure you're getting the thing he does best the most?
Yeah, look, I think that's one of the unique challenges offensively, is when you have, a lot of different guys that can do a lot of different things and unique skill sets. There's only one ball on the field, so everybody can't get the ball on every single play. So, being able to distribute the wealth a little bit and understanding, there's certain situations in a game that, call for a different attack, offensively and the players that we utilize to do that. So, yeah, but that's a good problem to have skill players that you feel like can affect the game.
Taysom specifically, did it take you like a minute to really like hone in on exactly how you want to use him?
Well, look, I mean,
Like last year you started like almost like running out a lot of the tight end stuff, and then kind of in the middle of the year you kind of shifted him.
yeah, I think you're just kind of trying to figure out what's the best way to utilize that. We've said this before. Taysom's highly effective. Particularly when he's, at the quarterback position. And yet I've seen him do, some good things, as a tight end. And realizing it's a 17-game season and, running backs in our league get kind of beat up a little bit. And so, when he's running the ball from the quarterback position, it's really no different. So, trying to be able to utilize him when we can and yet, understanding that this is a long season. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.